The Beatles' John Lennon called one rival band's song the greatest I've heard. The Beatles did not have many opponents during their time in the music industry, but those who did were formidable. However, the Fab Four were admirers of the music made by the musicians they were, so to speak, against. John Lennon, in particular, was a fervent booster of the music he loved. While being questioned in 1965, Lennon listened to a tune by the Beach Boys and fell in love with it. The Beatles' library is filled with timeless masterpieces. However, the song that John Lennon referred to as the greatest ever was not written by the Fab Four. The Beatles had numerous opponents throughout their spectacular, yet brief time together. The Rolling Stones and the Beach Boys were two of the most prominent of these adversaries. While discussing music, Lennon was given the opportunity to listen to the Beach Boys song, "The Little Girl I Once Knew," and the legendary Imagine vocalist sprung into action. He recognizes the song's greatness. The singer went on to explain why the song was so striking. He says that Brian Wilson is the only one who employs the voices as instruments. So the Beatles were not shy about their love for their opponent's music. John Lennon's expression for his feelings about Beach Boys' song, "The Little Girl I Once Knew," showed critics that there is room for everyone. So what do you think about musicians expressing love for their so-called rivals? Let us know in the comment section below. Brian Wilson, a Beach Boys singer and composer, was known for creating memorable hooks for the band's music. "You keep waiting for the fabulous breaks," Lennon added. "Wonderful arrangement. He never goes on tours or anything. He just stays at home and conjures up beautiful compositions in his brain." It appears that the Beatles were not the only ones who found inspiration in the Beach Boys' music. Paul McCartney also discussed the band's tactics for energizing the Fab Four. Meanwhile, Wilson initially stated that "The Little Girl I Once Knew" became one of his favorites, but in 1995 he changed his mind and expressed his dissatisfaction with the song. "It was a fine song, except the intro is the only good part of it, and the rest did not sound so good," Wilson said. "I did not care for the harmonies, they were sour and off-key. Despite this, the song peaked at number 10 on Canada's official singles list." Before complimenting its vocalist and lyricist, Lennon stated that the song has a terrific arrangement. Wilson had previously been noted for writing and composing songs for the Beach Boys. When the iconoclastic Lou Reed began deconstructing John Lennon's songs, he controversially stated, "I do not think Wilson did anything, but he was also playing catch-up at the time. He was singing in choruses and everything. I do not want to come across as a snide because I'm not being snide. What I'm doing is giving you a really frank answer. I have no respect for those people at all. I do not listen to it at all. It is absolute crap," he said, just in case you were worried he was being harsh. While Reed very certainly had his own motives for espousing such extreme views, there is a grain of truth that he was motivated by incentive trailblazers during his time with the Beatles and subsequently sharpened his technical leaps to be more chorus-oriented in solo projects. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys was one artist that influenced him in both endeavors. Composition. The most striking aspect of the song is its usage of multiple sudden pauses and the arrangement when the music switches to utter silence. As a result, several DJs removed the song from radio playlists to prevent dead air. Despite garnering excellent reviews from music reviewers at the time, the record peaked at number 20 on the Billboard charts in the United States, the band's lowest position for an A-sided single since 1963. Wilson's choice to leave the song out of Pet Sounds may have been influenced by its dismissal commercial success, but in retrospect, critics lauded the song for its ambitious arrangement and production, describing it as a watershed moment in the group's sound and musical style. "The Little Girl I Once Knew" was one of the first tracks recorded for the group's upcoming album, Pet Sounds. Pet Sounds was formerly titled "Run James Run" and "You Still Believe in Me," then titled "In My Childhood," were two more early tunes recorded at this point. On the session tape box, "The Little Girl I Once Knew" was previously called Carol K, a reference to the song's bassist, Carol K. Wilson loved contemporary Burt Bacharach, and the song has been compared to his work. The song is unique in that it employs stop-start melody passages as well as multiple dramatic stretches of silence spanning several seconds each. Dylan described the lyrics as low-key before transitioning to a blaring chorus that foreshadows the Smile track Kevin essence. Wilson's 8th greatest song is The Little Girl I Once Knew. So what are your thoughts on today's video? Please let us know in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our incredible videos. Keep an eye out for the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.